Hey everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring. It's Robbie, and we are down on the path from Mauch Chunk Lake to the environmental center, just to kind of check out the foliage and to see if we can see any wildlife. I've been down here a few times this week. I keep missing the deer with the camera, so maybe today we'll get them on camera. Already seeing quite a bit of squirrel activity, and they are very active today. As far as the leaves go, some would say we're in peak. I would say we're just past peak, but it is still beautiful down here. Highly recommend if you're in the Thorpe area to come to Mauch Chunk Lake and park, because one, you'll avoid the headache from town, and two, take a walk through these woods. It is absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. It's such a pretty area. So let's see what we see. So I'm not really sure what to wake you up so far, but there are several of them down here. This one is quite large. I'd have to guess 8 to 10 feet, somewhere in there. There's a few of them through here. So I don't know if somebody uses that to dry their firewood or what. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below what exactly those are for. I know shelters, build shelters, but usually guys who do that are usually nice enough to rip them back down, let them become part of the forest floor again. So, alright, we'll continue on this short little trail over to the environmental center, and then we'll take it back across Mauch Chunk Lake, check out the other side of the Lakeview Trail here. So I was here a few days ago, and I was watching the vultures peck away at a deer, and I mean literally a couple days ago, and this is all that's left. Boy, they do not mess around, do they? Looks like it may have been hit by a car or broke a leg, so that's probably how it ended up back here. Poor thing. Oh. It is a beautiful fall day here in Pennsylvania. Again, we're at Mauch Chunk Lake, heading over to the Carbon County Environmental Education Center. It's 52 degrees. Feels like it says 42, but I'm still walking around in shorts, so enjoying this beautiful fall day. Nothing like it, guys. If you can, get out in nature. It's amazing the things you'll find around you. And if you can't, as always, come along with me. I'm happy to have you. It's definitely been a journey the last year. I've shared this car already, but at least on my Instagram page. I don't know if I've ever shared it on my YouTube channel, but crazy to wonder how this one got down here, because there's a bank over there. You can see the stream where it's obviously been sitting for quite a while, and then there's no way it could have driven in this way, and there she sits. So you'll get to this big split in the tree, and you'll go that way to go to the environmental center. That way I'll take you back to a farmer's field and a duck blind, which are both pretty cool. But right now I want to check out these mushrooms over here. so you guys can see some more of those wiki-ups. Now that is actually part of the environmental center. I don't know if they're building those other ones, if they're using them for some kind of shelter. I really don't know the information on that. Again, if you guys do know, drop a link down below. There's a video up. I have a video up of a quick stop we did at the Carbon County Environmental Education Center. I advise you guys to check it out. Check out the center or check out my video. Both I feel are pretty cool. But such a beautiful trail. We're actually going to take a loop around, make a big lollipop out of this, and then we'll head back toward Mauch Chunk Lake. So we're currently walking up to the area where the duck blind is. You guys can see it gets quite muddy back here. But they've kind of combated the muddy areas with these small walking bridges. So, I don't know if you guys saw anything back there or not. I usually see like ducks. I saw a heron a few times down here. Lots of hawk. Occasionally people will say they've seen a bald eagle down here. I don't remember ever seeing one down here. Personally, I'm not discounting that. I know people have posted photos of them, but nowadays with AI, you don't know what's real and what's fake on the internet anymore. It's crazy. So, just a little peek at the duck blind. Now we'll start making our way back to the parking lot and then up to the other side of the Lakeview Trail here at Mauch Chunk Lake. The wind has a different voice this time of year. Cool and crisp, carrying the scent of the fallen leaves across Mauch Chunk Lake. It's mid-50s, kind of weather that wakes you up, reminding you that change is in the air. The water ripples with the breath of autumn, and every gust feels like a giant invitation to explore. Today the lake belongs. The squirrels are running from tree to tree all through here. Here you guys can hear the crow calling at me. So one of those embarrassing things when you're hiking through a trail and you're kind of talking to yourself is when you happen upon another person, right? So while I'm not videoing, sometimes even while I'm videoing, I will kind of run through a script in my head of what I want to say or how I want to say it. So I'm kind of having like a, what I would call a poetic moment, poetic by my standards, I guess, and talking about the wind and how today belongs to the wind. And those of us who are basically willing to explore out here. And of course I run into another hiker. And just before that, I should have known there's other people out here, because a few minutes before that, just coming off the duck blind, I ran into a father and his child, both smart enough to dress in bright orange. Mind you, it is hunting season. I'm not sure if you're able to hunt on this side or not. I do know on the opposite side of the lake you are able to. So yeah, I'm kind of just talking to myself on my phone, you know, so I get those notes of what I want to say later on in the video. And they apologize for interrupting my phone call, so thank you for that. I know you heard me talking to myself long before you got there. Yeah, so we'll just continue on the trail. I think that never happened. Alright, so back on the shoreline trail, and I just realized I've been calling it Lakeside Trail or Lakeshore Trail. So you guys saw the actual official sign. This is a pretty cool little trail though. I've been back here a few times. Actually had my granddaughters back here and Kristen with me a few times as well. They found a little, one of those orange salamanders. I can't think of what the name off the top of my head. I'm sure it'll come to me. But they found a few of them back here. I usually run across deer, and I actually ran across a bear one time in this section. So let me see if I can keep my mouth quiet for a little bit and see if we see any wildlife. What a contrast compared to what's around, huh? Well, there's usually some water running through there. There's lots of bridges back here. It's just really cool to get you up over top of those water sources. And then just down there to our right currently is the lake. Man, this was probably amazing a week ago. Oh well, just missed it. Just missed the peak right here, that's for sure. This bridge is just kind of an iconic little section of the park. It's a pretty long walking bridge. It goes through some beautiful foliage in the fall. In the winter, this is absolutely gorgeous as well, but the fall, this place really shines. Here, Owl Creek Reservoir, the Weiser State Forest, the Port Clinton tract is beautiful this time of year, as is the Roaring Creek tract. Roaring Creek tract is stunning year round. Actually, I was just up there not long ago on a camp, on a backpacking trip, and I can't wait to get back up there again, hopefully in the very near future. You guys see it? Oh, that's gonna come in camera. Oh, a lot of raccoon tracks down there. A lot of deer. And a whole lot of people. It's a cool little spot right there to take a break, eat lunch, get your shoes a little wet. The wind has picked up quite a bit. I think they were saying about gusts up to 20 miles an hour, but of course, right along the shoreline here, there's nothing to stop the wind from hitting us full blast. Kind of made me a little nervous.
Ah. So that must be where I got it from. That's okay though. We'll continue on. Lakeview or shoreline trail, whichever trail we happen to be on right now. Maybe I'll put a link to my all trails since I actually remembered to turn it on. Little marker. So we found the color again. Looks like most of the trees on the one end of the park are pretty much bare. On this side, wow. Back into our postcard view. Hope my camera's doing this justice. So it's funny, I know I tell you guys quite a bit when I get out. Sometimes I get on a trail and I have a plan to do that trail. Sometimes the trail gets a little bit longer. Sometimes for my own fault. Sometimes outside sources. No, I'm not passing the buck. Not passing the blame on anybody. It's in the channel name, guys. Not lost. I'm exploring, right? So today I came out and I thought, oh, I'll do my usual little loop up around by the environmental center, come back, hop in the car, head up to Owl Creek, check out the colors up there, maybe fly the drone. It's a little windy to fly the drone today, so the drone is back in the car. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm just going to come on through that real quick loop. Well, that quick loop turned into me crossing over the road by the boat launch. And now I'm walking on the other side, toward the other side of the lake. I'm up closer to the campground. So we'll see where this takes us. But I think we got a little ways to go yet. But it is absolutely beautiful back here today. I did run into one person on the other side, kind of caught me talking to myself, and a father and his child. I'm guessing they're just going down to the duck blind, I'm not sure. They may be out and exploring the environmental center. Maybe they're doing the same thing I am. Taking a beautiful walk down here at Mauch Chunk Lake. Either way, just look at that. Wow. Wow. So, thank you guys for coming with me. Let's continue on. So we have made it to the campground. Campground section of the trail. We were just shy of 3 miles. So, take a walk through the campground. You guys can see this. Several waterside sites, lakeside sites. That woke the crows up from their slumber. So this is another place I have a lot of great memories. Camping down here with my cousins, fishing with my cousins and my uncle and my aunt. Sadly those memories are kind of cut short. But you guys can see just how pretty it is down here. Campsite 117. Look at that site, guys. Waterside, your own private kayak or boat launch. There's another one right here. See some of the cabins back there. Quite a few cabins. I don't remember there being this many, honestly. But there are quite a few. Site 119. Equally as pretty. Waterside again. That might be the one I like right there. That's the one I like the most. 119. Definitely. Front side of cabin 108. This is like a little cabin loop here. So like I mentioned, there are people camping here, so I'm going to try to keep my voice down a little bit. I didn't realize they were open, to be honest. So we're still going by some of the cabins. Cabins are pretty cute. Look like they look like they would have a bathroom or anything in, so they're probably more like a bunk style or primitive cabin. But still would be a nice place. Campsite signs. We're going to head this way. Alright, so we're not done. So this is the way we came in. Yes, I know, backwards. Let's go on the Lakeview Trail. I know they meet up now, so let's check out this section of the trail that we apparently bypassed a little bit earlier. I'm telling you guys, this area does not disappoint. It's worth the trip. It's definitely worth the trip. Down here, hike some of the trails. Check out the historical sites in the area. Go down to downtown Thorpe if you're brave. And I mean that if you're brave. It gets incredibly crowded. The crowds in the last few years have grown tremendously. But it is a beautiful area. It's a historic area. Definitely recommend checking it out during the week, not on a weekend. If you're able, come down here and check out Mauch Chunk Lake. It's a local beauty. Stunning area, beautiful area, and highly recommend it. So, and then waiting for this wind to die down. Just not. So, thank you guys again for coming along on this journey, and we'll see you on the next trip. Thanks.